For more than 3 decades, Family Matters has lived in our memories as one of television's safest places. It was laughter after a long week, a living room that felt familiar, a family America trusted. Friday nights felt warmer with the Winslows on screen. But what viewers never saw was the devastating truth hiding behind those smiles. Because while audiences laughed, real lives were falling apart. Child stars were breaking under pressure. Careers were quietly destroyed. Some cast members vanished without explanation. Others battled addiction, mental illness, and public humiliation. And heartbreakingly, some didn't survive at all, their lives ending far too soon. Behind the wholesome morals and canned laughter were stories of erasure, scandal, and transformation so extreme they reshaped lives forever. Fame gave them everything and then took even more back. This isn't the story of a sitcom family. It's the story of what fame costs when it arrives too early, too fast, and without protection. These are the lives that changed, the dreams that shattered, and the cast members who paid the ultimate price behind Family Matters. When Reginald VelJohnson stepped into the role of Carl Winslow, he instantly became one of television's most trusted fathers. Calm but firm, loving yet disciplined, Carl was the emotional backbone of Family Matters. His presence grounded the chaos, especially as the show began to orbit around its breakout character, born in Queens, New York in 1952. VelJohnson was already 37 years old when the show premiered in 1989. Fame came later in life, and with it came intense scrutiny. Throughout the 1990s, persistent rumors about his sexuality followed him everywhere. Tabloids speculated. Industry whispers spread. But VelJohnson never addressed them publicly. Instead, he chose privacy over confrontation, even as the silence cost him opportunities. After Family Matters ended in 1998, Hollywood struggled to see him as anything other than the cop dad. Roles became repetitive. Growth stalled. Though he continued working steadily, the industry never allowed him to fully escape Carl Winslow's shadow dot as he aged. Health scares, including reported heart issues, forced him to slow down. Now in his 70s, VelJohnson lives quietly in Los Angeles, occasionally appearing at reunions and conventions. He speaks with gratitude about Family Matters and Die Hard, acknowledging that while fame shaped his life, it never defined his peace. No character in sitcom history hijacked a series the way Steve Urkel took over Family Matters. And no actor paid a higher personal price than Jaleel White. What began as a single guest appearance would soon transform television and quietly consume the life of the young boy behind the glasses. Born in Culver City, California, Jaleel was only 13 years old when he first stepped onto the set in 1989. The role was never meant to last. Yet overnight, Urkel became a global phenomenon. His catchphrases echoed in homes around the world. Merchandise flooded stores, ratings soared, and slowly, the show stopped being about the Winslow family and became something else entirely. As Urkel grew bigger, Jaleel himself began to disappear. Producers pushed him into increasingly exaggerated versions of the character, forcing him to perform multiple Urkel personas, each one tightening the grip of typecasting. By his late teens, Jaleel was emotionally exhausted, battling depression, and struggling to understand who he was beyond the character audiences demanded. When Family Matters ended, Hollywood turned cold. Adult roles never materialized. Casting directors saw Urkel, not an actor. The pressure followed him into his personal life, where public accusations from a former partner damaged his reputation and deepened his isolation. Slowly, Jaleel found a path forward. Voice acting offered freedom, most notably as Sonic the Hedgehog. Fatherhood brought balance. Acceptance replaced anger. Now 48, Jaleel White still carries Urkel's legacy, but no longer allows it to define or imprison him. As Laura Winslow, Kellie Shanygne Williams became one of the most admired teenage characters of the 1990s. Intelligent, confident, and effortlessly composed, Laura represented everything young viewers aspired to be. Strong without arrogance, kind without weakness, and grounded in a way that felt real. Her presence helped define the heart of Family Matters, giving the series balance amid its growing chaos. But fame arrived early and without protection. As the show's popularity exploded, the pressure to remain perfect grew heavier. Expectations followed her everywhere, yet no one prepared her for what would happen when the spotlight disappeared. When Family Matters ended, Hollywood moved on quickly. Scripts stopped arriving. Calls went unanswered. The industry that once celebrated her suddenly had no place for her. Rather than chase relevance or fight the media, Kellie chose a different path. She stepped away quietly, prioritizing peace over publicity. She focused on family, community work, and raising her children away from cameras and judgment. Now in her late 40s, Kellie Shanygne Williams lives a calm, grounded life far from Hollywood's glare, forever remembered by fans, but fulfilled on her own terms. Darius McCrary, the actor who brought Eddie Winslow to life, once seemed destined for lasting success. With his natural charm, effortless style, and teenage heartthrob appeal, he became one of the most recognizable faces of 1990s television. Fame came early, and for a moment, the future looked limitless. But when the cameras stopped and the spotlight faded, McCrary's life began to unravel. A series of failed marriages gave way to public accusations of violence, battles with addiction, and deepening financial collapse. His struggles no longer played out behind closed doors, they became headlines, each one darker than the last. By 2015, McCrary was arrested for unpaid child support and ordered into rehab and counseling. The situation worsened in 2023 when his debt exceeded $52,000 in 2025. He was detained near the US-Mexico border, denied bail due to multiple felony warrants, and jailed. Now 49. Darius McCrary sits in San Diego County Jail, awaiting extradition, his once promising career eclipsed by legal battles and personal ruin. A heartbreaking fall from grace. Michelle Thomas, who portrayed Myra Monkhouse, brought undeniable warmth, beauty, and sincerity to Family Matters. Her bright smile and genuine presence made her one of the show's most beloved recurring characters, and her chemistry with the cast felt effortless. Off-screen, Michelle was just as radiant, kind, disciplined, and deeply loved by those who knew her. In 1997, at only 29 years old, her life changed forever when she was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer. The news was devastating. She endured multiple surgeries and unimaginable pain, yet she never surrendered her hope. Even as her health declined, Michelle made the heartbreaking decision to refuse certain treatments, fearing they might take away her chance to one day become a mother, a dream she held on to with quiet determination. On December 23, 1998, Michelle Thomas passed away at just 30 years old at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City, surrounded by loved ones including Malcolm Jamal Warner, who remained by her side until the end. Her death, coming so soon after Family Matters ended, remains one of the show's most heartbreaking and unforgettable losses. Perhaps the most painful and haunting story connected to Family Matters belongs to Jaimee Foxworth, the young actress who played Judy Winslow, the youngest daughter of the Winslow family. Without warning or explanation, her character vanished from the series, erased from a show built entirely around the idea of family. For a child, that kind of disappearance cuts deep, leaving wounds that don't easily heal. The emotional fallout was devastating. Feeling discarded and forgotten, Jaimee Foxworth fell into deep depression, which soon led to addiction. As acting opportunities vanished and financial pressure mounted, desperation took over. In the early 2000s, she entered the adult film industry under a different name, a choice driven by survival rather than desire. Public judgment replaced compassion, and even cast reunions moved on without her. Recovery slowly changed everything. Through treatment, self-reflection, and motherhood, Jaimee Foxworth rebuilt her life, now living quietly with sobriety and family as her focus. Orlando Brown, who portrayed 3J Winslow, joined Family Matters as a bright, charismatic child filled with natural talent. His energy brought freshness to the show, and for a time, his future seemed full of promise. But fame arrived too early and without proper guidance. As he grew older, addiction and serious mental health struggles took hold, leading to public incidents, arrests, and legal troubles. By 2022, his arrest on domestic violence charges marked a tragic low for the former child star. Today, at 38 years old, Orlando Brown lives quietly in Ohio, under church supervision. He is committed to recovery programs, rebuilding his mental health, and repairing his relationship with his young son, fighting daily to reclaim a life nearly destroyed by fame. 30-6 years later, Family Matters still feels like home, a place filled with laughter and love. But behind those smiles were broken childhoods, stolen identities, and lives forever changed by fame. Every cast member paid a price, some with privacy, some with sanity, and some with their lives. Behind every laugh was a story no one saw. If this moved you, like, share, and help keep their stories alive. Thanks for watching.